he's going. The the Loner 318's out. There she is on the floor, and the Bumblebee 318 is being prepared. So we'll get into it. Well, here she is, the good old Loner. Just in the process of taking fuel pump, water pump off. Start to throw it on this. Yeah, get a few things done. That's what I had on it while I was just mucking around on the run stand, and this is what it'll have on it. That's just a factory one that the Aussie cars had, and it's just had a couple of fittings screwed into it. So yeah, but I don't know if you can see in here. No, the exhaust valves are white. Or two of them are white, but I'll explain that in a minute. Pretty congested in here, but I've got to take the converter out soon. Got a high stall converter going in it. Yeah, I mean I've got to put another converter in it, but right now I think, what is this? My theory as to why this thing was running so lean is this intake manifold. I mean, I was just running on 2 barrels, and the ledges I've created, I think, were restricting. And if you've got 2 barrels here feeding down there, those ledges probably restrict the path to these rear runners, because these two were both pretty lean, but in particular 5 and 6 really lean, really porcelain. But that's just a thought. All right, so here's the problem. Standard converter, modified converter. Oh well, I have a transmission that converter will go with. I have a transmission that converter will go with. But unfortunately, yeah, they don't mix. This is something that I don't know why they do it, but I think the diameter here is no good, and the converter ends up breaking off. So they put some Borg Warner pump in these things, and then you've got to use a different converter. I don't know. I don't think it's not something that gets done in America. It's uniquely done in Australia for some reason. They modify the transmission to take Borg Warner parts. Apparently it's an upgrade for a 904. But right now it's a pain in my derriere. So anyway, that was a bit of a waste of time. Unbelievable. This city, I tell you what. I don't know if you can see it. Can you hear it? So blue skies, 30 degrees outside, and it starts raining. I mean, where are you? There you go. That's the inside temperature. And it starts raining out when the sky's blue. What a tip. Here we go. You're going in. she's in. The lighting's pretty bad, but it's in. There we go. It's a bit better. Yeah, I pulled this distributor out. I'll throw the priming rod in now, and I've hooked up the oil lines, put a new filter on it. K&N, yeah. Pump up the oil pressure and then slap the distributor in. So, bottle of this, full zinc, bottle of that, extra zinc. Should be all good. Well, we're kicking along. Got the headers in, started mucking around, got pulleys on, and raised the coil was down here mounted on the manifold, but it made the plug wires ugly, so mounted it up there on the factory voltage reg mount. Since this alternator's got a voltage reg in the back of it, so yeah, pipes are back on. What I might do is throw the carby, throw a carburetor on it, and then hopefully, hold on, son. Before I bolt the exhaust up, I'll give it a test fire. I've never heard it run with a open exhaust, so might be a bit of fun. Put a bit of lube on the threads. No, you go stand with mum. Stand with mum, please, son.
It's gonna be loud.
It's gonna be noisy. Okay, you go hang out with mum for a minute.
Just stand here and listen. But it's gonna be very loud, okay? Hold on to mom.
Very loud. Knock a little more advance out of it. Satisfied. Fired up nice and easy. Oil pressure, everything's good. Doesn't seem to have any leaks. So I guess I'll bolt the exhaust on, throw the rest of this together, and take it for a test drive. I'll probably got to find a shorter air cleaner stud, but you know, is it? Okay. All right then. That's good. So I'm looking through the grill at the measuring tape that's set up 1.5 inches above the air cleaner. So that's the fan, and the work light is over there, resting next to the battery. That's what we got. We got 1.5 inches above the air cleaner. Good to know. So there it is. 1.5 inches above the air cleaner. Just kissing the underside of the hood. So that's a 2-inch filter, and that's a standard air gap. Engine mounts are so it's a Slant 6K frame engine mount kit from Transdapt. Maiden voyage. Carburetor's not too far off. There's a little hesitation, and I think I know what it is. This 750 annular main body, it gave me heaps of trouble on the 383 with pullover, and so I made a modification to the metering block. I drilled a kill bleed in the metering block in the channel that feeds the accelerator pump on the primary side, and it wasn't a problem on the wasn't a problem on the 383. It wasn't a problem on the 6-cylinder because maybe because it was the 85, I don't know, but it's given me a big flat spot. It's given me a big hesitation. And I've tried a couple of different, when it was sitting there in the shed, I'd slap it, and I'd notice it was hesitating. It was just a little step, a little stumble. So I changed the pump shots, primary and secondary, and swapped. It had a blue cam in the secondary. Now the blue cam's in the primary. It had an orange cam in the primary. Now the orange cam's in the secondary. So it should be all right, but it's cruising good. It's cruising well. Now it's 12.7, 13 to 1. Yeah, 13. Oh wow, it's 14 to 1 at 1800 RPM. 14 to 1 cruise. So not bad. Bad. I wonder. 15 to 1. 3/4 throttle. Or maybe half throttle because I hadn't cracked the secondaries yet. But anyway, maiden voyage. Pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. The first impressions of this engine. much better camshaft than I thought. This it's pretty strong. I'm surprised. Much more low end than I was expecting. Well, it's not a big cam. It's not. I'm trying to think. 274H comp hydraulic, you know. But anyway, Steve Dulcich recommended this cam in one of his engine builds. He did a 318 with EQ heads or 318 with Magnum heads or something like that. Made 400 horse. If this makes 300, I'll be happy because it's got standard heads on it. But good cam, good, very impressed. Engine seems pretty lively. From a standing start, it's got the original open 323 in the rear, but from a standing start, it's just a smoke show out the back. So good, yeah. Get some traction and see what it does. Smacking the gear stick the wrong way. I'm used to reverse manual. This is a standard transmission. Well, still got a little dead spot. Haven't bothered to try and tune it. Just been driving it because I'm enjoying driving it. But a friend of mine said there's a car show on, just a show and shine, possibly with some roll racing and dyno. It's a bit boring, but it's out at the racetrack here, not far from us. So we'll go and see what's out there, see what's happening. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. Following a friend in his it's a 2013 Challenger SRT with a 392. Somebody's Pontiac didn't make it in the heat. Oh well. So yeah, not too bad considering you're sitting here doing nothing. Literally, I mean, those wheels ain't moving, and this is a 2-lane freeway. So notice as it gets hotter, hang on, come on, focus. There we go. As it gets hotter, it gets richer. Which I don't know why, but yeah. Well, I've arrived. More of a carnival than a car show, but here we are. Plenty happening. And the only Mopar in the place, 6-barrel, 6-cylinder, Australian Charger RT. Never seen the racetrack from this angle before. There's my local drag strip. And here's pit lane with as many cars as you can see. But yeah. last night turned into an absolute fiasco. Unbelievable. 3.5 hours on the freeway. It's normally a 15-minute drive. Yeah, 3.5 hours I was stuck on the freeway, or for 3.5 hours of the time we got there. So pretty hectic. I had to pull over. Engine got to 220 twice, so that's real good for a fresh engine. But look, it's running alright. It's going pretty good. Everything seems fine. I guess it's a acid test, isn't it? But anyway, next thing I think I need traction, and then I'll put the other transmission in. But this video's getting really long, so I've got to be quick with this. Yeah, I've got to get traction, so I'll get a set of wheels for it. Garnet, don't touch that, please. Yeah, got to get a set of wheels. So wheels and drag radials, and then once it's got traction, I can properly tune the engine. Go from there. But yeah, Triumph. That's good. She's in finally. She's in, so that's good. And hopefully more progress, and then eventually the intake test. But yeah, I'll keep you posted on it, boys. I'll see you again soon.